This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Oh my God, touchdown! Why is there no sirens?
They didn't hear them because there's no tornado sirens in Pendleton. The ongoing debate and why the city still doesn't have them is coming up.
I'm Derek Thomas. This is a story about a trampoline and a missing fence. I'll have that story coming up on RTV6.
A Southside man has a hole in his roof and it's beginning to collapse. I'm Stephanie Wade and I called his condominium management today to get some help for this homeowner.
You have outdoor plans for tomorrow. I'll have the timing on Saturday thunderstorms.
Right now at 6 o'clock, we are digging into tonight what some consider a serious safety lapse in the town that was hit hardest by Monday's round of tornadoes. No one in Pendleton heard tornado warning sirens because there are no sirens installed there. RTV6's Paris Lubell is in Pendleton tonight asking why the sirens aren't there and hearing the new outcry to have them installed.
The town of Pendleton actually doesn't have any tornado sirens, and when that warning was issued on Monday, people had to rely on their phones or on their weather radios. There was no siren anywhere to be heard.
Oh my God, touchdown! Why is there no sirens?
It came in an instant.
I was actually putting my son to sleep. We have an 8-month-old.
We were coming into town when my phone went off. I didn't know what it was.
I happened to look online on Facebook, and one of the news stations was saying, take shelter, take shelter.
I thought something went wrong with my car.
But that traditional tornado siren sound wasn't there. There's no outdoor warning sirens in the park, downtown, or anywhere at all in the town of Pendleton. Hillary and her husband grabbed their 8-month-old and 3-year-old and raced downstairs.
We got in the closet, and our neighbor's trampoline came through the back window.
But now, after Monday's EF2 tornado, there's an outcry for the town to install sirens.
Sirens, as you refer to them, are actually outdoor warning devices.
But Madison County's Emergency Management Authority says they aren't meant to warn you if you're inside.
If you're directly under it, you absolutely are going to hear it inside your house with those decibels.
They say the technology is outpacing what tornado sirens used to do. They say phones and all-hazard weather radios are the best bet. On Monday, as soon as a confirmed tornado was on the ground, EMA notified the National Weather Service. They also sent out an emergency NIXL alert, which sends emails, text messages, and can even call you. But to get those, you have to already be signed up.
Because a trained observer saw that tornado, we were able to instantly get that alert message out, and we were faster than National Weather Service.
But because there are no sirens, people without their phones or without weather radios were unaware. Some people say it's an outdated technology, it really doesn't help. Do you think that's true?
No. I think a lot of people would have been warned here that didn't know it was coming.
Now a petition is in the works to get tornado sirens in Pendleton, but EMA says for now, make sure you're prepared by signing up for alerts in your community. We have the information on how you can sign up for those alerts right now at the RTV6 app and on the IndyChannel.com. In Pendleton, Paris Lubell, RTV6.
Well, today we received the preliminary damage assessment to Madison County and Pendleton. They surveyed 1,500 structures. Of those, 500 sustained some level of damage, and 30 to 40 have major damage or were destroyed. The estimates could go up as more debris is removed and inspectors get a closer look at the buildings. The storm damage won't prevent Pendleton from moving ahead with its annual festival. The June Jamboree will go on as planned starting Tuesday through next Saturday in Falls Park. The spokesman for the Madison County Emergency Management Agency says the people in the community need it. He also said the festival won't divert resources from storm recovery efforts. Now to your first look at the Storm Team 6 forecast. Here's a view of the control tower at Indianapolis International Airport. No reason for any delays here today. Finally, a day with no threat of stormy weather. Will it stay that way for the weekend? That's the question. Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is tracking that. Kevin.
And we've got some changes in the short term. We're dry now in most of Indiana. Let me just mention for Pendleton, for example, if you don't have the warning sirens, the Storm Shield app is free. It will send the alert to your phone. As long as your phone is charged, you will be notified as soon as a warning is issued. Don't forget that. It's free. Off to the east, non-severe storms. There's downpours in southern portions of Wayne County that will roll between Connorsville and Liberty. Also Brookville Reservoir with a downpour. These are diminishing and they will come to an end this evening. 78 in Indianapolis, almost 80 in Muncie. Lafayette at 78 as well. Here's the story tonight. Skies will gradually clear. All rain will come to an end. The wind will be light tonight. We'll drop about 10 degrees from where we are now to 11 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to dry conditions, 62 degrees, still dry at noon, pushing 80, 83 the afternoon high. The increasing chance for thunderstorms late afternoon into tomorrow night. A couple of those could be on the strong side, especially in the western portion of the state. More on the changes for the second half of the weekend coming up.
See you soon, Kevin. Thank you. An Eastside family says a neighboring fence that's in disrepair is preventing them from enjoying their backyard. It's been that way for over a year, and they say the solution is simple. Fix the fence. RTV6's Derek Thomas is trying to mend a fence between neighbors.
9-year-old Riley Tate loves to play on the trampoline in her backyard. 3-year-old Raylyn Damron loves to get out on the trampoline too. They used to be able to do that in a relatively private atmosphere. There's a chain link fence around their house, and there was a taller wooden fence around the Stony Brook apartments. But now the apartment fence has fallen into disrepair. There are gaping holes in it. The portion of the fence that used to be here is now on the ground, and it's a safety hazard. You can see the nails protruding through the wood. Kids from the apartment complex congregate at the fence and try to get into the yard to play on the trampoline. Jennifer Tate has tried to police that, but it's getting out of hand.
I just want the fence fixed. I want my kids to be able to come out in the backyard and not for us to have to deal with the whole apartment complex trying to get on the trampoline and just cause trouble with us. They've called the police on me. It's just very irritating that my kids can't play in my backyard that's fenced in. Stony Brook management was approached about repairing the fence.
We're not getting any response from anybody. When I went over there last week, I told her, I said, this is an issue because if somebody got hurt over here, it would be our problem, not your problem with your kid. And I said, we can't have that.
So we went to talk to the property manager ourselves.
And we're hoping that the owners will listen to what we've told them and that we really need a new fence.
How real is the possibility that they'll get you a fence?
I'm not sure yet.
How soon do you want that fence repaired?
Today.
Derek Thomas, RTV6.
Late this afternoon, Linda Jackson, a spokesperson for Buckingham Management Group, told RTV6 that the company plans to repair the fence early next week. They say some of the damage was due to recent storms. A man is asking for help after a hole opened in his roof, and he says the management won't fix it. RTV6's Stephanie Wade is on the south side working for you tonight to get answers.
Just to show you the extent of the damage here, I'm using a GoPro camera to show you inside the soffit where the hole is. You can imagine when it rains, the water gets in and the hole gets bigger.
I walk out my front door and I get drenched because it's pouring behind the gutters and because there's a hole in the roof.
Roger Spangler says his roof is about 35 years old. He lives in the Sherman Oaks condominium division on the south side and has brought this issue to management's attention for a few years now. He pays $220 a month for upkeep and maintenance on top of his own homeowner expenses and says they won't fix it. So he called us for help.
I just need someone to stand behind me to stand up to this and maybe get resolution.
I spoke with a Sherman Oaks manager today, and they tell me, quote, the board of directors is in the process of roof repairs and replacements throughout the community. There are 100 roofs to maintain. This owner's home falls within the oldest roofs to be replaced as early as possible. Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Whether it'll be repaired or replaced, the board of directors says it'll be left to their professional roofing vendor and as funds allow. And if you have a problem and need help getting results, reach out to us at workingforyou@rtv6.com. The Indianapolis Zoo announced this afternoon that another one of its elephants is infected with a potentially deadly virus. 12-year-old Zahara is now being treated for EEHV. That makes 4 elephants in less than 9 weeks. 2 of them died. Kadar responded to treatment and has recovered. The zoo is now regularly testing the elephants for the virus. Zahara began receiving treatment May 20th, and the following day the virus was confirmed. The zoo says she'll responded well, and they're optimistic for a full recovery. An update now on a severely abused dog that is ready for adoption. We've been updating you on the progress of justice since November. He's the dog found abandoned in Shelby County with severe burns all over his body. He's now recovered and ready for his forever home. The Shelby County Animal Shelter is now accepting adoption applications. There are a few restrictions. You must live within 100 miles of the shelter and have no other pets and own your own home. If you're interested in adopting justice, contact the Shelby County Animal Shelter. Still ahead here on the news at 6, hundreds of jobs need filling at FedEx. How you can get in on the action tomorrow. And a local third grader needs your votes to make his Google Doodle go national.
Hundreds of the top young basketball players from Indiana and all over the region are in Westfield this weekend. I'm Brad Brown, live at Grant Park. We'll tell you about the Junior NBA's Global Regional Championship coming up.
And summer-like temperatures on the way. It's comfortable now, 78, but even warmer temperatures tomorrow in the 80s, and then something happens. I'll explain that coming up.
Backyard style for you.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Tonight, one man is dead and 2 other men critically injured after a shooting on the southwest side. The victims were found at the Marathon gas station at Mooresville and Mills Road about 2:30 this afternoon. Police quickly made 3 arrests. A 4th suspect is still on the run at this hour. IMPD said the shooting resulted from an altercation that began at another location and ended up at the gas station. Indianapolis Public Schools has settled several lawsuits stemming from its handling of a 2016 sexual misconduct case involving a counselor. In one lawsuit, a victim of ex-counselor Shanna Taylor alleged that IPS turned a blind eye to the abuse and failed to keep students safe. In another lawsuit, 2 fired employees sued the district, saying they were wrongfully terminated over the Shanna Taylor case. It's not yet clear how much taxpayers will be on the hook for. The district says the agreements are confidential and that the safety of students is their top priority. Hiring Hoosiers is an RTV6 initiative exploring job opportunities across the state. Over the next 10 years, there could be lots of open opportunities here in Indiana. That's because over the next decade, Indiana is expected to lose up to 180,000 workers to other states. Well, now there's new recruitment technology that's trying to keep that talent here. TMAP stands for Talent Map. It finds Indiana natives or people who went to college in Indiana that have moved out of state when it came to find a job. TMAP is how Jason Price of software company Covideo is finding people to work for him. He says TMAP has helped him hire several people already.
What TMAP's doing, honestly, is in terms of our interaction, is it's more than just coming in and understanding the positions. I mean, finding the right culture fit, finding the right skill set, I mean, that's all critical, right? But then finding someone that has the family situation, the personality profile to where Indianapolis would be a great spot for them. A native Hoosier is clearly the best place for us to look. So I think finding those people and bringing them back.
The CEO of TMAP is Bill Osterly, the former head of Angie's List. He says TMAP has brought more than 30 people back to Indiana to work so far. And his goal is to keep 10,000 Hoosiers from moving away. You can hear more about the technology as well as Osterly's personal mission to improve the Hoosier workforce at hiringhoosiers.com. And FedEx Express has hundreds of job openings in Indianapolis and is holding a job fair tomorrow to fill them. The company hopes to hire about 400 permanent part-time employees at its Indy hub. That job fair runs tomorrow from 9:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon at 6311 Airway Drive. That's just off South High School Road and north of Hannah Avenue. Pay starts at $15 an hour with a minimum of 17.5 hours per week guaranteed. You have to be at least 18, be able to lift 50 pounds, and have lived in the U.S. for at least 5 years. You must bring 2 forms of ID. One of the amusing things about using the search engine Google is the occasional Google Doodle, the art that pops up on the homepage. Now a Greenfield boy needs your votes to make his design the Google Doodle. Sean Fannin is a 3rd grader at Weston Elementary School. He won the state Doodle for Google contest, and now he needs your votes to become one of the top 5 national finalists. For his Doodle, he had to finish the sentence, "When I grow up, I hope." Well, he wrote he hopes to be an engineer and said he likes to build with Legos and use bionics. Voting opens Monday and runs through Friday, June 7th. Look for this story on theindychannel.com for a link to vote.
He's got my vote. It looks good.
I hope it gets everybody's vote.
Get to kind of study that. As you look at the weekend, Sunday probably gets your vote. Tomorrow, I think we'll have lots of dry hours. The morning dry, early afternoon, but then our chance for thunderstorms will increase late in the day into tomorrow night. There's the magic number, warmer by about a dozen degrees than Sunday. Sunday's dry start to finish and with some sunshine. Again, we're dry in the morning. If the kids have sports to go to or you want to get some lawn work done, try and mow that lawn, you're in good shape. It's in the mid to late afternoon, really late afternoon into the evening, where our thunderstorm chances will increase. We're almost done with the thunderstorms, at least here this evening. Have to go to the eastern edge of the state from Richmond down to Liberty and Brookville to find some of the showers and isolated thunderstorms. Those will fizzle and the skies will gradually clear. The wind is generally west around 10 miles per hour. Here the temperatures pretty much locked in average temperatures for this time of year, upper 70s. Current reading Bloomington at 77. Just look out your window. Any clouds that we have now will be gone after sunset. Skies will clear. The wind will be relatively calm, and temperatures, they'll fall into the low 60s. It's Monday morning. Temperatures will be in the 40s. You can look forward to that. It's a brief dip below average. Tomorrow, late in the day, thunderstorm chances up. Temperatures, they'll be in the 80s, and the humidity not too bad. We've got a nice little breeze. Eventually, what's going to happen, though, after the thunderstorms, the wind will come around to the northwest and north for the second half of the weekend, and that will deliver the cooler temperatures, but not tomorrow. Plan on 83 degrees. Thunderstorms late in the day. Again, a few of these may be strong, especially western portion of the state. Slight risk there, a lower marginal risk. The eastern half of the state, wind and hail would be the main threats. And I'll throw in rainfall, too, because the ground is saturated in many spots. Any more rain will quickly lead to some localized flooding. Sunday, lots of sunshine. A few more clouds in the morning. Be patient. We'll get to the sunshine in the afternoon. That wind will be out of the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour with some gusts over 20, but we'll have this sunshine. That'll make it a nice day. Temperature struggles to hit 70 north of I-70 and maybe lower 70s south. As we look at early next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you see the trend a little warmer each day. Chance for showers and thunderstorms arrives as we get to Wednesday. Our 3-day dry stretch. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then we get to a stretch where we have a daily chance for thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we say to that, nothing new.
Just enjoy the weekend, right?
And hello, June.
Hello, June. Yeah. It's coming tomorrow. All right, so Brad Brown is live in Westfield tonight. A big hoops tourney at the Grand Park this weekend. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Mark, good evening. It's the Junior NBA Global Championship. This is the Midwest Regional happening here this weekend. 30 teams of 13 and 14-year-olds from a 6-state region are here. The winning teams from this weekend will compete in Orlando for the World Championships coming up in August. David Krzyzewski, head of youth basketball development, joins us here right now. Kind of tell me the concept behind this. You got a lot of synergy between NBA, USA basketball, youth basketball programs, really bringing this together here.
Yeah, this is effectively our sports version of Little League World Series. It's the Junior NBA Global Championship. As you said, it's our Midwest Regional. We have 8 of these regional tournaments taking place around the country and also 8 happening around the world internationally. And the teams that emerge from this event, the boys team and the girls team, will earn their way to compete in our Global Championship in Orlando in August.
What's the focus kind of for the kids here, getting a chance to come out? Not necessarily so much about the competition, but there's a lot more to it.
It's a terrific on-court competition, and you'll see some tremendous play on the court from both the boys and the girls, but it's also an off-court experience. So life skills education is a big part of what we do. Tomorrow we'll have players from the Indiana Pacers and the Fever come talk to these players about what it means to be a professional off the court. Also really big focus on health and wellness, and so we've designed to this tournament so that's focused so that players aren't playing too much basketball, no more than 2 games a day, and really best practices in that area.
TJ Leaf and Tamika Catchings will be here this weekend. How about Grand Park, the opportunity to work in this facility here?
Great facility, world-class place, centrally located, so as you say, we can source kids from 6 different states in the region. And it's great that the Pacers have their name on it. Terrific synergies with the NBA.
Outstanding. Have a great weekend here.
Thank you very much.
Very good. The action will continue with pool play tonight. They got bracket play on Saturday and then the finals here on Sunday. So we wish all the teams well here as they compete this weekend. We talk about the Fever also playing this weekend. They will have their home opener coming up on Saturday night as they take on the New York Liberty. It'll be a big season-long celebration to honor the anniversary getting underway as well, honoring the best of the best over the first 2 decades of the franchise. They'll have 4 straight home games over the next 12 nights, so plenty of chances to see them at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. A busy sports weekend in and around Indianapolis. The Indians are home against Gwinnett this weekend. That's tonight, Saturday, Sunday. The Indy 11 host Pittsburgh tomorrow night. That's at Lucas Oil Stadium. And the high school track state finals are in Bloomington. The boys tonight and the girls tomorrow. First of 3 straight championship weekends, softball and baseball will follow. IndyCar on track today as they follow up the big month of May with their doubleheader in Detroit. Practice today saw Indy 500 champ Simon Pagenaud tag the wall. Brought out the red flag. His crew had to work on the back end of that car. It was Alexander Rossi with the quickest lap of the day. Our day first is up in Detroit for the weekend. He'll have more from Rossi coming up for us tonight on the news at 11. Qualifying in the morning and race in the afternoon. They'll do that twice this weekend on both Saturday and Sunday. So again, basketball goes on and on. They'll do it up here in Westfield all weekend. By the way, game 2 of the NBA Finals, speaking of the NBA, coming up Sunday night right here with the Warriors and Raptors on RTV6. Time for us to take one more break, then it's back to the studio to wrap up our Friday edition of the News at 6. Next.
Zaxby's.
Well, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, you might want to check out Summerfest at Little Flower Catholic Church on the east side. You'll enjoy food, rides, games, entertainment, and all kinds of fun today, Saturday, and Sunday. The church is located at the corner of Nolan and Beausart Streets. It runs until 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, the hours are 3 to 11, and Sunday, they're 11:30 to 5.
And lots of good weather for that. Tonight will be a perfect night. We're at 78 in Indianapolis right now. Everybody pretty competitive. Castleton sits at 80 degrees. The skies will gradually clear. Okay, I love this. Kenji and Casper, see them? They're at the top of the stairs.
Looking down.
And then they're like, did I hear someone say walk?
Yes.
But yes, I'm taking
Kevin Gregory's taking you, right?
Taking you two for a walk in my evening forecast. Thanks to Tom Marshall for sending in the pictures. Temperatures will be down to 68 by 11 o'clock tonight.
Comfortable for it.
It's not easy walking 2 dogs. You get their leashes all tangled. Things can go wrong.
One goes the other way. Yeah, you just don't know. Thanks for joining us tonight. Up next is World News with David Muir. We'll see you back here tonight at 7 o'clock.